Hey, what's up, my friends? It's Aaron Parker here once again, and I've got a Facebook marketing training for you. In this video, you're going to learn the 3 simple step formula that I use to send over 100 private messages every single day using Facebook Messenger. And just so you can see some proof that I'm not just saying this, let me show you. Now, I'm going to scroll fast because I don't want you to see like any private information or messages that I have with other people. But I'm going to open up my Messenger and you're going to see this is since yesterday. So since yesterday, these are all of the private messages that I've sent. Here we go. Let's go ahead and start scrolling. So there's about 10, there's about 20, 30, I'm just estimating here, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. So I haven't maybe quite hit 100 yet, not sure exactly what the number is, but I can just tell you that on a typical average day, I will send anywhere from 50 to 100, sometimes over 100 private messages on Facebook, and I never get in jail or in trouble for doing so. And so you're watching this video because you want to be able to increase the number of reach outs, the number of contacts, the number of conversations that you're having with friends, with non-friends, with prospects, with affiliates, with customers, distributors. You want to be able to connect with more people using Messenger, and you don't want to have to worry about getting in trouble. And that can happen. So in this training, you're going to learn how to do that. I've actually gone on blitzes with my business where I've sent over 300 private messages every single day for many days in a row, and was not once put in any type of warning or Facebook jail or got in trouble for doing so. So yes, this formula works. Now, I just want to say quickly before I dive into this, be sure to share this video with anyone you know. You may have some friends, you may have some team members who would like to up their game and increase the number of contacts that they're making using Facebook Messenger. This would be a great training for you to send out to them, so feel free to do that. Now, I've got some clarifications I'm going to give you as well before we get into the 3 steps, all right? So let's be clear. Most of the messages that I'm sending to people, the majority of them, are to current Facebook friends. Okay, so this by itself, just because you're messaging current Facebook friends, is gonna keep you mostly safe from getting in trouble. Now, don't get me wrong, if you spam all your Facebook friends, you can still get in trouble and get in Facebook jail, so we're gonna talk about that. But even when sending cold messages to people that you've never messaged before, that you're not friends with on Facebook, this formula works to keep you out of Facebook jail. Now, this is kind of funny, but I do have one more thing to clarify here, and hopefully this one doesn't get me in trouble with Facebook, okay? But I'm specifically talking about not getting in Facebook jail for sending too many private messages to people on Facebook. I'm not talking about, on this particular training, about getting in Facebook jail for posting things that Facebook doesn't like, because I have been in Facebook jail many times. I actually was locked up for 30 days twice, and I had to make the tough decision to stop telling the truth on Facebook. It does suck, all right? It sucks, I know. But being able to post on Facebook and comment on Facebook is a very important part of my business. So I've got to follow the rules. We all do, whether we like it or not. Remember, Facebook is free. We don't pay anything to use Facebook. So when they have rules that we don't agree with, there's nothing we can do about it. You got to just go with the flow and roll with the punches. Now, yes, I know there's tons of other platforms out there that have freedom of speech and allow you to post whatever you want. But for me, I stick with Facebook because I know it very well, and it's still number one. There's still more people on Facebook than any other social media platform. Now, there's really only 2 things that will get you in Facebook jail for Messenger. The first thing is when Facebook thinks that you're spamming people by sending the same message, so like a copy and paste message, to a lot of people too fast. When you do that, you're probably going to get some type of warning, maybe a timeout for a few hours, or maybe you get in Facebook jail and you're not able to message anyone for a while. So that's the first thing. And really the only other thing that would get you in Facebook jail is if people that you're messaging report you. So when you go into Messenger, there's actually a way for people to click and report you to Facebook. And if too many people, or if a certain number of people report you as a spammer or as someone who's harassing them, that sends up a red flag. And that can also land you in jail. So in this training, I'm going to help you to prevent that from happening. Okay, so let's dive in. The 3 simple step formula that I use to never get put in Facebook Messenger jail. Here we go. Number 1, always use their name in your first message. Anytime you're reaching out, especially if you're doing some type of copy paste thing where you're sending out scripts and you're just trying to reach out to a lot of people. And again, especially if these are cold market, you're not friends with them, you've never messaged them before, always use their name. This is going to actually force you to slow down because you're going to have to put their name in each message. This means that every message, even though you're doing a copy and paste, is not identical. Each message is a little bit different, which is going to, tell the Facebook gods that you are a real person and you're not spamming people. This is also going to help you to create more of a connection because let's be honest, we like to see and hear our own name. So when you get a message from a stranger, if you see your name, you're going to be more inclined to open and respond to that message. So you're creating a connection with that other human being. Now, in your follow-up messages, you don't have to use their name, right? You're not going to say their name every single time. This is mostly important just in your initial message. And just imagine having a normal conversation, right? If you are face-to-face with someone, like if you and I are talking, right? You want to message someone the same way you would if you were just being normal and you were reaching out to someone. Like you're a real person having a real conversation. Just be normal. So that's number 1. That is the first step. All right? Step 2 is never send a link. This is a big no-no that a lot of people make. I still to this day get spam messages. It might be a Facebook friend, someone I haven't connected with in years, or maybe it's a complete stranger, and it's this long sales pitchy advertisement with links. Blah, right? Nobody's going to be interested in that. But most importantly, Facebook hates it. So for me personally, I do not send a link to anyone until I've gone back and forth with them at least 2 or 3 times, creating a connection, asking them some questions. They're answering some of my questions. We have a little bit of a dialogue. Now, I'm not talking about going on for like an hour. I don't ever do that. But I do spend just a couple minutes. It's quick, right? It's just a quick message, answer, quick message, answer. It's usually 1 to 2 minutes is all it takes. But that little bit of dialogue going back and forth allows me to create a little bit of a connection with them and really to qualify them to make sure that they're actually interested. Now, after you've qualified them and you've made sure they're interested and they want the information, they're ready to learn more about your opportunity, then you send the info, you send the link, you send the presentation. So that is step 2. Now let's go into step 3. This is the third and final step in the process, but I've got some additional bonus information for you as well, so stick around. Now this is very important. You've got to space out your messages, okay? And this is why using someone's name in the message is gonna kind of force you to slow down. It's gonna space things out a little bit. But really, Facebook needs to know that you're not a robot or you're not using some type of spamming program to message people. And listen, they exist. There are these spamming programs out there that you can pay for. I personally would never trust them because Facebook is smart. And even though you may have used one or you know someone that has used one of these automated messaging programs and they are getting better, if Facebook catches you, they can put you in jail or worse, completely shut you down because that is breaking policies and procedures. Your profile is gone, deleted forever, and there's nothing you can do about it. So for me, it's not worth the risk. So what I recommend is sending no more than about 10 messages in a row to cold prospects. Someone you're not a friend with, someone you've never communicated with before. If you're doing some type of cold messaging in your marketing, do not send more than 10. Remember, you're using their name, you're not sending a link, you're just sending your script to those 10 people. Now, when you do that, then you can go back and do follow-ups. This is where you can message current friends. You can go back to the day before and the day before. Go back, through all of your messages from messages that you sent a day ago, a week ago, and do follow-up messages, because those are repeat messages. They're not going to trigger a spam alert because they're older messages. Now, I don't want to say there's really no limit to these types of messages, because these are your current friends or people you've already had some conversations with. In my experience, there has been no limit, okay? I've done over 300 messages like this in a day with no issue. Now, if you're some kind of machine and you can send 500 or 1,000 messages in a day, well, then maybe you break this formula and you could get in trouble. I can only tell you what's worked for me, and this has worked for me. So if you're doing the cold messaging, after you send your 10 cold messages, then you start doing follow-up messages. You could send, do 10, 20, 30 follow-up messages with existing contacts, with Facebook friends. Then after 20 to 30 minutes, you could come back and do another 10 cold messages. And this is a cycle that you can repeat over and over again. And I mean, within a few hours, you could easily have sent over 100 messages, and you're doing it successfully. And you've now proven that this formula works. And I'm glad that I was able to share the 3-step formula with you. By the way, before I get into a few other quick things, if you got value from these 3 steps, do me a favor, drop a like on this video, drop a comment on this video, let me know if this helped you in any way. And again, share this video with someone you know, some team members who could benefit from this as well. Now, here's something else, a little bonus tip, something to be aware of. It is very possible that your message that you're sending to the non-friends, specifically, people that you are, cold messaging, people you're non-friends with, your message may never even get seen by them. This is very common. Okay, Facebook likes to filter out a lot of those messages, which is why sending something that's natural, like having a normal conversation with someone, is more likely going to put your message in their inbox. But it still may go to their spam or their request folder. So one way to increase the chance that they will get your message is go to their Facebook page. This is also great because it is forcing you to slow down with your messaging. It's also making you learn a little bit maybe about the person that you're messaging. And another little bonus tip, throw a little something in your message about them. Like if you see they live in your state, mention that. If you see that they've got, a kid that's doing a sport that your kid does, mention that. So obviously you don't want to come off like a creeper or a stalker, so be cautious. But it's a very surface level, very friendly, just making the connection, right? Establishing a bridge, something in common that you may have with the person. If you do that in your message, 90% of the time, you are going to get a response. You're going to get them to feel more comfortable to respond to you. Now, if they don't see your message though, that's another program, and that's where one of the things you can do to increase the chances of them even getting your message is you want to go to their page and go engage on a few of their posts. Now, be authentic. Don't be weird. But you can go, hit like on a few of their posts, because what happens when you like someone's post? They're going to see it in their notifications that you liked some of their posts. Now, don't go like on 50 of their posts. That would be a bad idea. Now you're a stalker, you're a creeper, they're going to block you. But if you go hit like on two or three of their posts, that's kind of a magic number. And then you drop a comment on one of their posts that resonates with you, something they posted that you felt was valuable, something they posted that you felt was a good post, and you just drop a comment and you say, hey, this was awesome. Hey, I just sent you a quick private message. Go check your inbox real quick, or something. So by doing that, you're getting their attention, and it's that right there will massively increase the number of people who are going to respond to your messages. Now, one more little tip for you. When people comment on your Facebook posts, so anytime I do a Facebook post and I'm, building engagement with Facebook, and they request to learn more or to get info or to get the details of whatever it is that you're posting about your business or about a product, here's the process. You want to like their comment, then you want to reply to their comment, and in the reply it's going to tag them so they're notified, and you're going to say in your reply when you tag them that you're going to send the information to them via messenger. Say, I just sent you a message, check your inbox, or I just sent you a private message with the info, something like that when you're tagging them. By the way, this is going to help you boost your engagement on Facebook because you're getting more comments, you're replying to their comments, and then more people are going to see that, and that's by nature going to create more curiosity. And then more people who see that in the news feed, you're going to get even more comments. So you're getting more leads that way. By the way, I've got a full training that I did on how to get more leads and how to grow your engagement on Facebook. It's a very in-depth, hands-on training to help you boost your engagement on Facebook. The link to watch that training is in the description of this video on YouTube. So if you want a super detailed, hands-on training to help you boost your engagement, get more leads from Facebook, go watch that. All right, my friends, thank you so much for watching. Once again, if you have any questions about anything I've covered in this training, feel free to drop a comment on this video. I'll do my best to answer any questions that you have. Also, did you get some value? If you did, drop a like, drop a comment, share this video. And lastly, be sure to hit subscribe. And when you do, click that little bell so that you're notified when we put out more trainings like this to help you to create more success in your business. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next video.